Can you see my screen? Not yet, right? No. Okay. So yeah, now as I was asking, this she, her, hers, it's a part of a name over here, not a title. So title basically takes it from here, and here basically whatever it comes, that's a headline. That's not a title. So whatever learning designer consultant at learning talent development is basically a headline. It's not a title. So let's say if I just go to my own profile, view profile, and edit. So this talent research partner at Twilio is basically a headline. It's not a title. Okay. So here, if I have to edit, let's say I just give here is 10. Okay, so it's coming here in the headline, but we see majority of people has written here. They have not written here. So that is where we just come back to our search and give it in the last name. Okay, so now we got 9,200. All are again diversity. So neither in the first name nor in the title, we are using it in the last name. So let's say if we use it in title, we might get some results from there too. We got some result from there too, who would have written in the titles. Okay, so that's again additional 5,100 results. So first, in a first go, we got somewhere around 9,000, then second go 5,000. So similarly, we just remove this, maybe a third go again in school. 54,000, amazing. Okay, so Bengal College for Technology for Women, amazing. So what we learn over here when we give in a school, just not the drop down, but also it's a text part over there. So let's say keyword. Okay, she, her, hers. Let's say woman. I'll just remove this all thing. Woman. Women's. Girls. Or Mahila. That's a local form of Indian form of it. If there are people from other locations, you might have to think about some of the names of diversity colleges or school names. How do they call in your local languages? You might have some of the words like that also. So let's see. Let's use this use case.
We can also use ellas, ELLAS. It's more accurate than chicas.
ELLAS.
Yes. that is plural and singular is ELLA, ella.
ELL. Can you
LL
type in here?
without the S, ELLA is
Okay,
on singular and plural is with an S.
this much is fine.
Yes, it's fine.
That's fine. So let's say now, yeah, myself, female also we are using. Let's say Spanish and then Swedish. Let's keep it limited. So yeah, we got it from those locations. So yeah, oh. So some people, so that has to be a co-education. Not sure why this is coming, but yeah, majority of them are not in my LinkedIn network. So let's see for furthermore. And non-diversity is also coming. Um, so let's see, female or women or girls. This gives pretty much. Let's see location. Sweden, Spain, Zurich, Switzerland, Bogota, Costa Rica. Yeah, again, with a direct English, we have decent number of diversity results, and maybe like definitely that's always there. We can change the direct English using Google Translator and see in case what is that is called in Swedish or any other language, and then add those particular words. If it is existing, it will give us, but otherwise, let's say another, but if I remove locations, and it's taking time. Filter, then I just go school, and this is of some language. Okay, I'm not getting with that. So when Spanish plus, so if it exists, we get it. Okay, yeah, here are 3 results, 4 results, all diversity. So again, Swedish, what is in Swedish? Flickr. Flickr, I think there's some company also. That's the reason we are getting a lot of non-diversity results also, but why it is taking it in school? Let's say Russian. Duishuki, okay. I would add this. I'll also add this. String 4. Let's see. Touch. Now we got another additional result, child. So yeah, anyways, direct English gives us more number of result where we can always change a location, but otherwise, if we have some of our local based names, we can also use that. Okay, so that's the second approach. So first approach, we just picked up a schools from the drop down. Second approach, we used she, her, where is it? Here. Okay, so we use she or she, her or she, her or she, her, hers or she space her, space hers or woman, or how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe I'll also use or girls. So I just go and I'll take a use of this. Here. Yeah, that's 62,000. That's amazing. So to and fro approach, that is also covered. So either I add them in a schools here. So I get some of the results when I'm adding in title. 174. Then again, we get some of the results when we add in a last names. All right, so I'll just take a pause here. Any questions on this? So let me just share the string also. Yes, no, any doubt, any confusion? Pretty easy, right?
Everything is okay, Shiv. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So yeah, that's a second approach. Now moving on to the next. Anything, Amit or Madhusudan? Any confusion?
Shiv, that she, her, /her. Uh, is it we are using that slash because the candidates would have written that way? Is it?
Yeah, candidates would have written either in their title or in their last names, or maybe in a colleges. So it's like /. So one person who has written only she, another person who has written she /her, another person who would have written she space /her, another person who would have written she / without space her or hers, another person who would have written she, her, hers after spaces, and there might be a spelling mistakes also. Let's say
It's very used and common that people use their English version of these words, but also the word on their own language or their native language. So you can try to search, like Shiv said, with the slash and trying to find them with their native language, but also on English. You can make a variation. In my country is pretty often to see they put in both languages, English and Spanish, that is our native language. So you can try to mix with the country you are looking for. Is that the way that the candidates, we have to think like the candidates think?
Absolutely, yeah. So again, it depends on, as I mentioned, or as Marcel has mentioned, we just need to think in candidate point of view, how they might write it. They might write in English, or they might write in their own native languages. So Google Translator is always there. We can just type in she and or her or hers. And then we just take a combination. Let's see. Let's have a fun. She, Ella. That's in Spanish. /.
They didn't use Sue. They just use Ella because it's not Spanish is kind of difficult language.
Okay.
So just to put ella is ELLA or Ella. No, we didn't use that word.
You don't use this as well?
No. Just her. They put in their profiles, and is the accurate way to do it is her or she or ella. That is the same on Spanish, and it's the only word we use for to make reference for women. So Ella is okay, and you can find a lot of girls
with
that
the last name, we're like here it is.
Yeah.
Ella, she, Ella. Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be
They
the
use that.
yeah. So let's say I just go here. And the way she has written in the last name, I'll just take this. Okay, so one fine tune over here. When we are getting Ella with a non-diversity profile. So in that case, I just put one /. Okay, still I'm getting that. So let me see within the codes if it takes that /. No, it's still. So that's okay. The way she has written.
Spanish could be confusing because Ella or chicas, the Google Translate that did it for you, are also last names, and that could be
Yeah, here we
difficult.
got more options. ELLEA.
But that profile of Mayara Ferreira, she is putting different languages like Portuguese, English, and Spanish. That is a frequent search we are looking for in America because are the main languages we speak in here: Spanish, English, or Portuguese, or French in Canada, for example.
So that's in a last name. Let's see from title if we get something. Not from the title. Let's see from school. Not from the school, but from the last name. Yeah. So definitely we'll have to use Google Translator for that particular region, for whichever we are doing a sourcing, and come up with what could be the alternative keywords for she, her, or hers, and all. And one is a direct English and the other is converting to the local. And when we use it in the last name or title or a school, we got a decent enough of results. So let's say in first name, if someone has mentioned, there might be a possibility of people mentioning in first name also. Where is it gone? Yeah, in first name also people missed mentioning the last name, but in the first name itself, they are mentioning everything. She smile. She jiang. All right. So all the options, let's use first name, then the last name, and then the title, and then the school. So how about company? Do I have some companies also? Or people writing in company? No, company is not the ideal way of. Okay, so that's the second approach. So I'll just take a pause. Questions, follow up, anything on a second approach. First approach, from the drop down, we are selecting all the list of colleges. Second approach about using such kind of a keywords in our searches. Let's say here also we just give, I just remove this. Just so this would give me a mix of profiles because people would have recommended someone, non-diversity profiles would have recommended some diversity profiles that would come, but still a good way for doing it. Still, we have a number of diversity ones. Let me go to 100. Yeah, here also I have majority of them are diversity. So yeah, this is also good. So combination of it, so it gives me around 83 lakhs 90,000. That's an amazing. So let's see if I go with location India now. 7 lakh 53,000. That's amazing. So yeah, maybe in our next session when we cover about overcoming the search limitations of LinkedIn, then we might cover more of, okay, fine, getting all the diversity profiles, and then how to use the additional filters for the software engineers and all, and we're coming up overcoming those limitations and all, and who are looking out for opportunities. So that we might cover, but for now, let's keep it simple. So this is the second approach. Direct searches. Any further ideas in direct searches? How further we can search? Filters, first name and the last name. Here we have a limitation of 5, but if you're using over crossing the limit, it might still go to 50. Then again, using she, her, and all in the first name, last name, title, or a school. That's a further optimal way of it. Or from a drop down, selecting a list of schools. That's again a further optimal way of it. So all the searches, if we give, almost gives us 95 to 100% of results, or directly searching over here. So anything is completely fine. So that's about the direct searches on LinkedIn. Any questions or anything? You're good? Great. Now moving on to indirect. We did cover this a lot of times, but let's take this example itself. Okay. Woman, she, her, hers. This is being my indirect search. Right site, linkedin.com/n. She. So now I need it from location. So let's say she's the one option from Bangalore. But otherwise, if you see, all of them are diversity. Let's say for Bangalore, either I'll take Bangalore, urban, India, Karnataka. Let's take Bangalore. As we learned earlier, around. So people are writing Bangalore or Bengaluru or Anikal or whatever it could be. So let's say I'll take Bangalore. So let me just come to doc. Bangalore or Bengaluru, around 5. So Bangalore, if it is the first word, urban is second, Karnataka is third, and India is fourth. Let's keep it still around 5. So Bangalore or Bengaluru, and then India. I'll take the combination of this instead of connections. As I mentioned, like it keeps changing. India, this goes my second search. Copy, and yeah, continue tab. Okay, so 85. So I'm Bangalore urban, Bangalore. Okay, here it's not showing. Let me just open this profile. So I would not open wherever it's showing Bangalore. I would open only profile wherever it's not showing Bangalore and just see why and what's going wrong. So here it's still the location. I think decent enough. Most of them, at least 90 to 95% are diversity, but 5% might be non-diversity because they would have worked or they would have recommended she's the best or she's amazing, she's awesome. I work with her like that. So that might come, which is around 5%, but I'm just trying to see if I get some of the non-diversity ones. Or at least not from the Bangalore. So these 3 did not show the locations, but yeah, here are ones after opening. Okay. Student Mansoor Ahmed, student at Hasnath College for Women. So not really sure. That's the reason I told 5% maximum. You would get some false positive results. Yeah, that's how. Then I just close this. Come back to. Additionally, I'll further modify it in title. Okay, now we got entitled software engineer or software developer and from Bangalore and diversity profiles. So this goes my second search. Anyways, this we have covered number of times. So we might get disconnected in the next 10 minutes. Please relog in using the same login. What's wrong? Okay, so further we have added entitled software engineer or software developer. Now let's say 3.8. This one thing has messed up. So let me just come back to here. Okay, now let's say 3.8 star exp or 3.8 star experience. Right. So further optimized. So now we got profiles who would have written 6 years or 3.6 years or 8 years. So minimum 3 years and maximum up to 8 years. So it would not count from their LinkedIn profile. This will basically take a text of candidates who would have written in their LinkedIn profile that they have got 3+ years or 4+ years or 5+, anything between 3 to 8. So everywhere if you see, years is what? Reflecting. So 3.
Shiv, can you just share this string in the chat box, be it Zoom or WhatsApp group?
Sure. All right. So that's about years. Now we got an experience range. Now further optimize it. Let's say looking or seeking or open in one window around maybe 4. So looking for job instead of writing looking for job within the quotes, I'm using around looking for job or opportunities. Looking, seeking, open for job, open for opportunity, open for opportunities, seeking for job, seeking job opportunity, seeking opportunities, looking for job, looking opportunities, looking opportunities, looking opportunity. What else? Immediate joiner would go in a different set. Okay, let's take this part. So I'll just go here. Okay, now we got actively looking for opportunities with 3.6 years of experience in .NET, AllScript, Bangalore, title, and all Swati. 6+ years of experience working in a project engineer. So let's see. Hibernate 6+ Neha. Seeking new opportunities, looking for job, actively looking for job. Neelam, she is finished our software. Neelam is accomplished. Let's see. Looking for new opportunities, 5+ years of experience. Women actively looking for job in React, actively looking for job change. Looking for job, software developer with 1 year of experience. Senior software engineer with 3 years of experience in automation testing and data templating for tech private limited. Okay. 3 years of experience, software developer, she, her, hers, but that looking for is not showing. Let me open this again. So again, there might be some of the false positive result because Google remembers the history, and from those history, these results might appear where person earlier might have mentioned looking for job, and after getting a job, person might have removed it, so that results might not pop it. But on some advanced search sessions, when we would be covering on creating custom search engines, that time you'll have more refinements and very concise refinements to give 100% diversity search results who are looking out for jobs and all. So I'll not take you over there now. Let's go step by step, as I mentioned always. So indirect search is another beautiful way of it. So no, why did I open this profile? PREDHV. Okay, earlier example. Okay, here we have opened it. As he would have recommended some her. So that's reason this profile is coming, as I mentioned. So looking for new opportunities. Okay, in over there it was not reflecting, but it is reflecting here. Staff software engineer, or committed. Okay, as I mentioned, some false positive because they would have earlier mentioned, but after getting the opportunity, they would have removed. But however, it gives from the entire page. Is it here anywhere? No. Is it here anywhere? No. Is it here somewhere? Nope. Let me just see in a share more. Nope. Nope. So one false positive based on the Google's memory.
In activity, maybe the word any of these words would have come.
Maybe.
Huh.
Let me just go back to the profile again.
Your activity.
Nothing. Yeah. As I mentioned, like Google still remembers, and sometimes we get that false positive results because they would have earlier mentioned and then they removed it. So that's still fine, no worries. That's still a free data which we are exploring. Okay, yeah, here it's a resume itself. Few false positive, that's still acceptable, no worries. QA, better opportunity, yeah, looking and opportunity in and around 4. So very few, not many. So I'll just take a pause. Any questions on this? We might get disconnected in next 1 minute. Please re-log in using login details. Okay, the same thing we have used it. So let me just remove it. So further, how can we optimize? Okay, let's say another search. Okay, first let me take a pause on this search. Any questions on this?
Can you please share this link?
Yes.
With looking, yeah, thanks a lot.
This search, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm just sharing with everyone. Give me a moment. Also, I'll share in a group. So looking, seeking, open around 4 job opportunity or opportunities. The way we have used it for Bangalore or Bengaluru, around 5 India for the location part. Similarly, now we are using it for, instead of like looking for or open for, it consumes a lot of space. Instead of going in that approach, we just go with this.